committed to purpose. Thank you for joining me on my video. Here I'm talking about, I guess I need to look here. I got two cameras going because I don't know which one is better. So we'll see which one is better. So hi, welcome to the Distinctive Ones channel, where we talk about our distinctiveness and being happy with our uniqueness in God. And we are committed to purpose, to do what God has called us to do. And this story I'm about to tell you all, it's about my travels in China. I know some of you wanted to hear the story. Some of you have already heard it. And I just want to put it all together and have this video up on my channel. So here we go. Oh, I did this video one time before, but I did not like how it looked. So I'm doing it again while it's still daylight out. So we shall see how this goes. All right. So last year, this time, 12/3/2019, me and my friends decided that we would go to China. And my friends and I, we always are coming up with some places to travel. My first time traveling was in 2014 with my friend Anastasia. And we've been quite a few places together, and it's been great. But anyway, this is not about that. This is about my time going to China and how I ended up in the emergency room in China, in a Chinese hospital. So, okay, so we found a great deal on going to China that didn't cost much. And we're always looking for deals to travel, so you can travel with, even if you don't have that much money, you can travel. And so we decided to go to China. We paid all our money, and it comes on December 3rd. So we rented a car because we were gonna drive up to New York. And we were so excited. So we got there late, man. It was so funny. We were trying to make sure we had enough gas to get there because we didn't want to fill up the gas since we have to. Anyway, the GPS took us the wrong way. It took us out of the way instead of in, so we were kind of late to our flight. So we got to JFK, that's the airport we flew out of, and we hurried up and got in that line. Man, that line was long, very long. So we got through, and this is like, you're in the line to go through the security check. So we get in the line, and then we were behind each other at one point. Then we got split up several different ways. So my friend Daphne, she was able to get up through the line real quick. And then Anastasia, she got in the line and she went through. And that was me last. It took forever. I didn't even get to, it was slow. I was on the slow side. I was wishing that lady would let me go through. I should have went through it that way. But anyway, things happened how they're supposed to happen. So I finally got through the line, and I didn't get a chance. We had to basically run to the gate and get on the plane. Didn't even get a chance to go to the bathroom. Didn't even get to go buy no water or nothing, or fill up my water thing. Because, if you don't know, you always take your container of water, or an empty container, go through customs and then fill it up with some water instead of paying like $5 for a bottle of water. My friend Daphne, she said, we got one more person coming, and I ain't sitting down till she come on this flight. So I ran, got on the flight finally, and I was trying to find somewhere to put my carry-on, and it won't fit on my side, so they had to put it on the other side, but I never knew what it was until we got off the plane. Anyways, we got on the plane, we waited for a while, and somebody had a medical emergency on that plane, so we didn't even leave on time. I'm gonna show you a picture of me that I took. This is me. I'll probably insert it somewhere. We were in one of those, the middle rows where it has 4 people. So my friend was sitting to the left of me, and this Asian lady was sitting on the side of me. She was really nice. And we were in the air, man. Our travel path was from New York, and we went from New York straight to Shanghai. That's where we were going to get off to go from Shanghai to Beijing. So the flight was nice. We had our traditional airplane food. Some of the stuff was not good at all. Ooh, it was not good. So I really didn't move around a lot. I didn't even get up, really. And I don't understand. I'm thinking about it now. Why didn't you get up? I don't know. Anyways, we were in there in the plane. I was falling asleep, and it kind of sucked I didn't have my bag with me, because I had wanted to get my ear things and all. But as I said, I don't know why I didn't move a lot. I thought I was moving my legs, but obviously we found out later that I didn't. So anyway, we got closer to Shanghai. And then we finally landed. It was great. We were like, yeah, we're going. So we landed, and of course, you got those people who stand up when the plane lands where they going. It's a big flight. You're not gonna get out early. So anyways, Daphne said, Timmy, your bag is on this side. So it was on their side somewhere. I was like, okay. So I was gathering my stuff, and I went over that side, and in front of where we were sitting, like in that middle part, is the galley, where they prepare the food and whatever. So there was I got there, and I started walking, and I walked past the galley, and I smelled some trash. It smelled so bad to me. And the next thing I know, I started to get dizzy. I grabbed my bag, and I got dizzy. And I thought, okay, maybe that's because I got vertigo, because sometimes I do have vertigo. I may wake up with it. And I was like, man. So next thing I know, I grabbed my bag, and I started feeling really bad. And then all of a sudden, I passed out on in the aisle trying to walk out. And somebody yelled or hollered, from what I understand. I don't even remember that. Somebody was yelling, or maybe I yelled. I don't know. And I tried to get up, and I just could not get up. The man picked me up and put me in one of the seats in first class, sitting there, and they were trying to ask me all these questions. I had, it was the worst feeling ever, y'all. I had felt like it felt like little bubbles, like little balls was in my chest, like little tiny balls. And I couldn't breathe, and it hurt. It was the worst feeling ever, like worst feeling ever. They got the paramedics, and they were trying to ask me questions. Of course, I don't know any Chinese, and they were trying. And this black man had walked through, thank God for the brother. He walked through and asked me, he said, how are you feeling? I was like, I'm nauseous and dizzy. So he told the people in Mandarin, which he could speak, he told them that. And my friend was waiting, and they were asking me all these questions. They gave me some oxygen. They were taking my, I think they did my blood pressure and made me check to see what my oxygen levels were. Maybe, I don't know. So anyway, we waited, and everybody was off the plane. And a lot of the people on the flight were in that same tour group that all were going to, go to China. And I forgot to say, I really wanted to go to this trip, man. I wanted to go see the Great Wall of China, but I didn't get to see that. The ambulance came, so they told me to go walk, basically walk to this wheelchair. Y'all, I could not, my legs didn't work. I was so weak, I couldn't even pick my legs up. So they had to like pull me up from my arms and get me to the wheelchair. So yeah, like while I was in that seat, I felt death come onto the plane, you know. This is spiritual, like I could feel death on the plane, like death was waiting over there, like he stepped on. And I was saying to myself, God, don't let me die in China. And while I was in that seat, waiting and trying to figure out, I put my phone on, and when you go traveling, you usually take your phone and put it on airplane mode, and then also you put it up there because you will be charged roaming fees when you're in a different country. So I took my phone out and I text my mom. I was like, Mom, have everybody pray because I got the worst vertigo and I just don't know what in the world's going on. So anyways, I'm on getting back to being on the ambulance. So they got me stable. I was crying a little bit, and I just don't understand. I didn't understand that oxygen deprivation for that little bit. I didn't really understand what was going on. But yeah, we were on that. They were checking my vitals and all that stuff. And finally we got to a hospital somewhere in Shanghai. Emergency room where we were, it wasn't, in that area, it wasn't that many people. It was maybe 2 others. It was, I think, some woman, and then, well, maybe it was just me and this other man. Maybe 3, but there was this man that was beside me. I think he was very close to death. And his family was comforting him and all of that. They were all around him. And he eventually died from what my friend told me, but he didn't die while I was in there. So after that, I had to wait. I was like, can I get up and go to the bathroom? And my friend was like, where's the bathroom? Can she go? And they told me no. She had to, thank God for my friends. My friend had to get me buy some stuff with my money for the hospital. So I had to get a bedpan. And I had that bedpan, so I had to use it. I didn't have my muscles was weak. Like all of that, I couldn't do hardly anything. So the doctor was really nice, a male doctor. He was talking to me and he asked me if I knew Chinese. I was like, no. And he did his best he could, talking about, we're gonna run blood tests. So what they did is, they wheeled me to this cold, it was cold. That hospital is like, you got some parts of it that's outside and some so you got to go outside to go into certain parts. So I had to go to the CT area and they injected me with some of that contrast. So she put the little needle here or here. Anyway, I had to move my arm up and then they injected that. Oh my gosh. I could feel it going through all my veins and arteries and all of that. So, and they took some blood also, and then he came back and said, you have multiple pulmonary embolism. So, multiple blood clots in my lungs. And he was asking me about the flight. He's like, did you move? Did you get up to go to the bathroom? And this is a long flight, and I still don't understand why I didn't get moved. I don't know. This flight was like 14 hours or whatever. But I ate a lot and drank water. Well, I didn't get to drink much water. Yeah, I didn't get much water because like I said, I didn't get a chance to stop and get any before getting on the plane. And what else? So yeah, he told me that. And he said, it's fine. This is a common thing from a long flight like that. And we'll take care of you. So we're going to put you in the ICU. So my friend was there. She had to fill out some papers. She did the best she could because you can't read Chinese. So the doctor was explaining to her if things go bad or worse, and and they have to give me some thromboembolytics, which are clot busters. If it was that bad, then it's a possibility of death. And basically, she was signing for me to know that if I had to take those thromboembolytics, and if I died, then it would be no responsibility of the hospital, basically. So that's the scary part, right? Yeah. I had to wait a while until they could find me a room or space in the ICU, space in the room. So in the ICU, I had a bed. My little stuff. So I had to take my clothes off and put on that gown, and they started me with the IV, and I had oxygen still, and I still was feeling pretty bad, but still not really grasping that this is a pulmonary embolism. And I have read about this before on flights. Like you say, you don't know why things happen or why you react the way you do. So